Hello and welcome back to That Handicapping Show, sponsored by TwinSpires.com. I'm Jason Chandler, along with Tom Lamara and Rich Nilsson from Bristnet.com. This week's featured race is the LeComte Stakes from Fairgrounds. It's a grade 3 for 3-year-olds. And we're also going to talk about a cool allowance race, believe it or not, from Gulfstream on Friday for 3-year-olds going a mile and an eighth. Really interesting race. We'll touch on that in a minute. Last week we had no winners, Tom. We all lost. In the San Fernando, unfortunately, we were watching that race together. The Sky Is No Limit was the 5-2 favorite, and we looked at each other 5 minutes 4 posts and said, no way we would bet this horse. But
no,
that's
I wouldn't have. But you know what? We picked the races on Thursday.
Right.
That's what we get, man.
So I did not expect that horse to be near the lead either. But
I didn't either.
Anyway, we're going to try to come back with some winners this week. Let's start with the LeComte, which is a mile and 40 yards at Fairgrounds, and it's the first leg of the Louisiana Derby Series. It drew a field of 5, and the favorite is going to be Justin Phillip, who was very impressive in an optional claiming win last month, or actually New Year's Day, on the same track. And Rich, it's an interesting race because there's only 5 horses, but 3 of the horses in here showed speed in their last time out. Who gets the lead here?
Yeah, that's what makes it a tricky race for a 5-horse field. Justin Phillip, you know, he was on the lead last time. He's been on the lead before, and he's getting blinkers on, which he probably desperately needs after weaving all over the track in his last race.
Yeah.
And he was impressive in that race. But then you have Pants on Fire, who was in a duel last time out in the Count Fleet at Aqueduct, and he's got the edge, but he's got the outside post going 2 turns. So
And action ready, he's got some speed.
Absolutely. So it actually that's kind of why I ended up settling on Wilkinson, because I think it could potentially set up for him
From off the pace. Yeah, he was third to Justin Phillip in that optional claimer. He was wide the whole time.
He was wide the whole time. Absolutely.
I've written about Wilkinson. I liked his maiden breaker, and I know Neil Howard's pretty high on him. So you think he's good enough to overcome 3 lengths here?
Yeah, I think so. I went back and watched the race on the Twin Spires TV replays, even though I happened to have seen the race live, because I had Justin Phillip in my stable alert. But I went back and watched the race. Yeah, he was wide the whole way. He broke from the outside post, and Alvarado kept him wide. He was actually giving weight to Justin Phillip, and he ran much further. Justin Phillip rode the rail the whole way.
He had a good trip, yeah.
And you know, it was a sloppy track. You don't know if he was really at his best. He's switching back to a fast track, and this race, this horse hasn't run a bad race. 2 starts back, he ran a nice 90 brisk speed rating when he broke his maiden at the Fairgrounds. And then his prior start, he broke from the 10 hole going a mile and a 16th at Churchill, which is a very tough post, and he ran a good second. So he's run very well. He's got good late pace figures. Very well bred, being a son of Lemon Drop Kid out of a Afternoon Delights mare. So, and Neil Howard, his barn's clicking on all cylinders.
He's got some good 3-year-olds this year. Okay.
And I like to switch to Gomez too.
Yes, that never hurts.
No.
What do you think, Tom?
I played Wilkinson in his last 3 starts. Liked the horse. Wasn't crazy about his last race, although, as Rich explained, you know, it was a wide trip. It was a short field, extremely wide trip. I would expect that to change here. I'm not going to pick him on top, though. I'm going to eat some chalk with Justin Phillip. You know, it's a short field. I really liked his last race. The blinkers on. I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he's got at least a couple more wins on the trail in him. I'm just going to ride this one out because I really do think he's extremely talented. Not a lot of value in this race that I can see. Like Action Ready, like the fact that he won on the grass, which is no surprise because he's a more than ready in his last start. He's back to dirt, but he's run well on the dirt. I don't know what to make of the horse, but it wouldn't surprise me. So.
I'm with you. I like the 2 that you like. I've bet Wilkinson his last couple too, and I hope he runs on. But Justin Phillip, to me, is a standout, and he'll be probably odds on here. But you know, he was Ahmed Zayat's #1 2-year-old, and he said he gave his choice which of his string of 2-year-olds he would give to Steve Asmussen. This was Asmussen's #1 pick, so he liked him from the beginning. He's a $400,000 yearling, and he put blinkers on for his last work, and he said it was like a light bulb going on. The horse just clicked, and I expect him to improve because of that. And he was 3 lengths better than Wilkinson last time. Wilkinson's got a lot to do to make up that kind of ground. I don't think he can do it here. I do like Action Ready also. First of all, Brett Calhoun might be the best trainer in Louisiana right now. His horses just always seem to fire. He comes off the bullet work, comes off the grass, and a nice optional claiming win. And he might be the value in this race. If Wilkinson takes as much money as I think he might, I think Action Ready might be the 3rd choice. And to me, that might be some good value on him. So that's my exacta.
Well, Pants on Fire is going to take money too.
Yeah, you think he might be
Yeah,
the
I
second
think so.
choice?
He was listed what as the 2nd choice in the morning line, wasn't he?
Well, I hadn't seen the morning line out yet, but
I thought I saw that.
well, it wasn't out for the full card. It may have been out for the stake, but I didn't see it. But he's actually tops on the Brist Prime Power rating. Pants on Fire, and he really hasn't run a bad race. Anytime there's a lot of ones in there, throws a lot of action.
Yeah,
right.
So. Absolutely.
Okay, well, it's a good race for a short field. Let's move on to the Gulfstream Allowance race. It's race 9 on the Friday card, and we don't normally talk about ungraded races here, but this has potential to be a very key race for 3-year-olds early on the trail. This exact same race last year was there was Icebox and Pleasant Prince, and those 2 came back to run 1-2 in the Florida Derby. So you have some very a lot of potential with these horses in here. A lot of high-priced yearlings in here, and some horses that are already generating some buzz. It's a field of 8. The likely favorite is Soldat, who's the only stakes winner in the field. He comes off a 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, and I guess it's kind of an experiment. He did race on the dirt as a juvenile, but I think he's more of a turf horse, and McLaughlin might be just giving him one more chance. Dialed In broke his mating in electrifying fashion last time, and surely will take money. What do you think, Rich?
Yeah, I think Dialed In is going to get pounded off that debut. I mean, he was the talk of the town after that win, and he could be something really special. There's no doubt about it.
What's interesting about that is that he broke poorly, and he came from last, and he made that big stretch run. But if you watch his works, he's a fast horse, and he's he's running bullets. I don't think he'll be anywhere near that kind of style. I think he's going to be closer to the pace here.
Well, and he's stretching out to 1 1/8 from an inside post, so you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't see him coming from the clouds like he did last time. So
yeah, this is definitely a very good field. It's certainly, I think, reminiscent of the field you researched from last year. There'll probably be a couple of stakes horses come out of this race. I'm taking a shot at a price with Beamer, who's coming in from Tampa for Colin Napster and Jim Taffel. He ran good in his debut. He ran a mile at Churchill, breaking from an inside post, and ran a good 4th. That's like an impossible spot for a first-time starter. And then they shipped him to Tampa Bay, and he just crushed the field. He actually had trouble going around the first turn. This is another race I watched on Twin Spires TV. He just had a ton of horse and was boxed in, and when he finally got clear, he pretty much crushed this field and ran a 99 late pace rating, which is solid, and an 89 speed rating, and the field was just strung out behind him. The 4th place finisher was about 20-something lengths behind him. So it was a good effort, and he's really well bred as a son of Vindication out of an unbridled mare, and he's had a couple nice works since then. So I think he's going to be a price. He's 6-1 morning line. He should be every bit of that. So.
Interesting, Tom. The thing that I noticed about him is he ran in a maiden claimer.
Maiden 80,
yeah. In his first race. Maybe they didn't know how good he was at the time.
Maiden 80 at Churchill Downs is extremely tough. Yeah. I'm really not concerned about that. Had he not run on in his next start at Tampa, I'd say yeah, but Rich explained it all. I don't have much more to add. I think that the horse ran a powerful race. He's in good hands. He trains at Tampa, which I really like. I think that's a really good surface to be training on week in, week out. I think winning there means something. I like him on the stretch out. It's a great field, some question marks, but I like the potential price on that horse, and that's why I will pick him on top.
Who else do you guys like in here?
I think it's so wide open after that, so
Yeah.
I'm giving straight wagers on
Okay,
him.
all right.
Sold that.
Yeah,
He's a classy horse. Lost the pluck. He's okay on dirt.
yeah.
I mean,
I agree. I think you have to use Soldat in here. I mean, just his class alone. I mean, he's been running against some tough horses, and I like horses maybe in these races that are tested around 2 turns. Soldat is Halo's Thunder and Cool Blue Red Hot. Also, Halo's Thunder was 4th in the Kentucky Jockey Club as a juvenile and enters off a stakes race at Calder, Turf Stakes. And he's adding blinkers, which I think will help him stay closer to the pace, and I think he'll be more involved here, and I think he'll be a good price too.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be a
Halo's
good
Thunder.
price. And Financial Empire ran a good race in his debut. He was wide the whole way. Didn't get a very good speed rating, but it was a very slow pace, and he was really wide. So it was a good effort.
1 of 2 for Pletcher in here.
Yeah.
I'm actually giving the slight edge to Cool Blue Red Hot, who's I think he'll probably be a price too, but he won a 2-turn race at Calder to break his maiden. He lost to a good horse named Buffum in his debut, and in that debut he ran a 105 Brisk number, which is tops in this field.
Tremendous.
I think I went back and watched his race. He has a really good turn of foot. I think he'll be mid-pack and maybe make a move around a turn. I think the leader at the top of the stretch might be the other Pletcher horse, Labaroo, who we haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
He's got some speed, so
loaded race.
Yeah,
Loaded race.
He's got a nice pedigree too.
Yeah, loaded race
half
here.
to Shadow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anything could happen in here, but it's a very good betting race, and we're likely to see these horses again somewhere on the Derby Trail. So, what's going on at the Twin Spires?
We have a couple things as usual this weekend. We have a Pigskin and Ponies promotion. Members get the opportunity to pick the winners of the football games this weekend, as well as the Colonel E.R. Bradley Handicap and the Sweet Life Stakes. And the players who do that win or share $1 million Twin Spires club points.
You got to pick both winners this weekend.
I think you have to. Yeah, you have to pick. Yes,
Okay.
all the winners. I'm sure there's a consolation if if someone doesn't pick all 4, which is very possible. I'm sure. And then we also have a contest. We have the last chance for last call for Vegas contest, which is focusing on the very good Fairgrounds stakes card. We're awarding a minimum of 5 seats to the Orleans contest in February.
Okay.
It's only $50 to buy in. Races 4 through 13 at the Fairgrounds is what we're going to use, and we're guaranteeing 5 spots to Vegas, but for every X number of players that we get to enter, we're giving away additional spots. And we did a contest like this for Delta towards the end of November, and we gave away 19 spots to the same contest.
Okay.
So I'd be surprised if we don't give away at least 10. So it's a fun contest for $50 to get in. We have cash prizes as well, so we got that Saturday.
And we'll wish you luck in the National Handicapping
Thank you.
Championship in Vegas next weekend. It's your
Appreciate it.
eighth time, so
Yep.
good luck.
Yeah,
What,
appreciate it.
9th time.
9th time?
Maybe
Some
not. I'm not
dispute there.
sure.
Some dispute there, but either way, good luck. And
Thank you.
I'm going Bears and Steelers this weekend, so that's my picks.
I'm on the Jets.
On the Jets? Okay.
Jets and Packers, so
Jets.
I'm opposite.
Okay.
Yes, Jets and Packers.
Tom, any
No
selections?
comment on that.
Okay. All right. Thanks to Twin Spires and Briss, and thanks to everybody for watching. Good luck to everybody this weekend. For Tom and Rich, I'm Jason. Good day.